engine is a pretty straightforward, simple build. Only about 15 parts. It all goes together real well, and has a lot of nice detail to it. Um, Took maybe a half hour to put together. We also got the engine stand thrown together today, or the tail stand. And we got the engine fits right in, slides right into the front half of the fuselage. The painting on it took longer than the actual building of the engine. We did a lot of metallics on it. Actually used silver, gold, black Sharpies for a lot of it, and some black washes and gunmetal weathering over the top of that to give it the age look and the heat stress look to it. The engine is pretty much basically fully concealed inside the tail of the plane. Can come on and off, but if you put the antenna cabling on, then you'll never be able to get it off. So this may be the last you see of it. And then we moved right on to painting the pilot. The kit pilot was a seated figure for the cockpit, and I usually don't put a figure in the cockpit. And to keep Bill happy, I dug through the stash box and found a suitable pilot to add to this kit, and got him all painted up. And I really hate painting figures. Actually, I just hate the faces. If I get the face down better to my satisfaction, all would be well with the world. Basically, I'm just painting a flesh tone and doing a wash over it to kind of highlight it. That's where I stop at the painting of the faces. We move right on here into the painting of the fuselage. I'm using the AK Extreme Metals, which require a gloss black base coat, a recommended black base coat go under it. I should have spent more time smoothing it out, because when you put the bare metal finish on, it brings out any imperfection in the base coat or the plastic. I was able to go back and repair most of it because the Extreme Metals is pretty forgiving. I could go in and wet sand the problem areas and give them another shot of clear gloss coat, and then shot the Extreme Metal back again over the top of it and took care of most of the bad areas. I'm real happy, real excited with this Extreme Metal product. It really does a good job, and it doesn't smell nearly as bad as Alclad does, and the price about the same, maybe a little less for the Extreme Metals. As you can see, it does what it's supposed to do. We've got a nice shiny bare metal finish there. You are going to want to clear it before you handle it too much, because like most metallics, it will rub off. I use their glossy shine enhancer, which is what they recommended for it, and it works out great. So yeah, we'll move right into the decals. A picture's worth 1,000 words here, guys. To me, decals suck. They're crap, and nobody can tell me any different. I usually buy aftermarket decals for any of the Tamiya kits. I just couldn't find a set that I liked for the Soviet MiG-15, so I decided to go with the kit decals, and yeah, I got them to work, but for the most part. And that's about all I got to say on that. Also got my canopy dipped in the future, so it'll be nice and shiny. Hey guys, just want to take a quick second here talk about the paint that I used for the MiG-15 and for the F-86 Sabre. It's the Extreme Metal paint from AK Interactive, and for the two builds I used 5 different colors. We have dark aluminum, polished aluminum, aluminum, chrome, and pale burnt metal. There's about 10 more colors available. Your titaniums and gunmetal and steel and the dark burnt metal and jet exhaust, and then I've got some metallic colors also. These paints come airbrush ready. They're extremely thin. So get it going here. They flow real nice through your airbrush. I painted the Sabre with the .02 needle, and it worked just fine. On this one, I went ahead and went to the 03 because I had a couple things in between that I was painting that I needed the bigger needle for. But I don't know if that show in the video, but it's like almost like water. You do go through a bit when you paint. These 30, if you were doing a big plane, these 30 ml bottles, probably might use a bottle for the whole thing. On a big, like 30-second scale Starfighter or something like that. But price isn't bad. It's about $8 a bottle, but comparable with Alquad. They do have a cleaner, extreme cleaner for your airbrush, designed to work with the extreme metal paints. I tried the X28. The X28 does clean it too. So does the good old windshield washer fluid. But the air cleaner does seem to do a little better job on it as far as getting all the particles out. And actually, it's a real good cleaner overall. I thought I had the tip of my airbrush clean, and I poured out a little cap full of that, dropped it in there, and within about 30 seconds, that cleaner turned black just from all the goo that was in my tip that I thought was not there. It's fairly durable finish. If you're going to handle it much, then you're definitely going to want to seal it, or you want to seal it when you get done. This intermediate gauzy agent shine enhancer from AK is what they recommend for their product line. It looks to me a lot like the clear product that they're getting in the UK for the floor cleaner. There is a thicker gauzy agent, which is actually a scratch remover for your clear canopies stuff. And I know this is sounding like a commercial, but I'm real impressed with this product. And no, they're not paying me. In fact, that was about $70 for all of that there. Yeah, short infomercial in the middle of the video. But as you can see, the results turned out really well. And where is he? On the Sabre, I did a satin black base coat, and then used the polished aluminum and some of the chrome. Whereas on the MiG, I used a gloss black base coat, and then the chrome and the polished aluminum on it as well, but mostly chrome. And you can see it got a nice shine. It's got 2 coats of the gauzy. I put one on before the decals and one on after the decals to seal the whole works in. So yeah, say that's the product that I used, is the AK line, and I'm real happy with it. Now back to your regularly scheduled program. Hey guys, here's an update on the Tamiya 148 scale MiG-15. As you can see, she's all painted. They have decals on. That went not without issues. If you follow my Google Plus or Facebook page, you'll hear all about that. The incredible exploding decals. And the ones that didn't explode were as thick as cardboard, but we got them down. A lot of Walther salt was set, got them to sink into the panel lines, and I'm happy with the final result. Kind of disappointed that we lost the main marking for this plane, which was the giant lightning bolt that went down the tail. But I dug through my box of stuff, and I had some smaller red ones that I was able to use. So it still gets the same idea, even though it's not exactly the same. Well, basically, I put the last pieces on it tonight. The canopy and the other clear parts, and basically it's done. I've got right now showing it with the tail off and the engine exposed, and we'll get a lot of stills of that in the video. It does come with a little holder for the engine, but it's intended to have the air brakes closed to sit on there, right? So it doesn't want to quite sit on there. To get it to sit, I have to have it a little too far back, and so it's real tail heavy. I'll flip this over real quick. We've got that kind of Russian blue for the wheel wells, and inside of the flaps. I'm not sure it will show up here very well. Kind of lighting's not the best out here. It's better than the other room, but it's not the best. Really nice engine. This is an older Tamiya kit. I believe trying to remember the last time they popped this kit. I'm gonna say it was probably at least 10 years ago. But it's a nice kit. I've never had a real fault with the Tamiyas for their model kits. It's always just been their decals are suck so bad. A lot of people I've talked to said their newer decals are better, but fool me once. Most time I buy aftermarket decals for any Tamiya kit I build, but there just weren't any decent Soviet Korean War era MiG-15 decals out there. Get all kinds of Chinese, North Korean, North Vietnamese, Egyptian, Finnish. The list goes on. Greek. The list just goes on and on of all kinds of MiG-15 decals, but none of them hardly had the Soviet markings. So next section of the video, we'll go ahead and mount the tail together and get our pilot in place. Just for Bill, the pilot, and a little extra fidelity of detail to go with that. And so we'll be right back, guys.